I have a marriage question. So I can give a little background. I've been with my husband for 10 years, married for 5 years. We have 4 boys together. I have a great husband. He's amazing. Recently he's been getting into watching a lot of Kevin Samuel videos. So he's got good things from it. He wants to be 100% man. He wants me to be home with the boys, traditional life. I have no problem with that. I already basically do that. So he said, he's willing to like get another job. He's like, I want to where I'll work 2 jobs, 60 hours a week. I want you to start your own thing at the house, like side hustle, and like I'll invest into that and go from there. That's what he wants. That's the good side from the Kevin Samuels.
Uh-oh.
But but we've been talking a lot. Like we have great conversations. Like we'll just sit and talk about different topics like
Yes.
femininity. I talk about you to him all the time. He talks about the masculinity side. We just try to understand like the differences and just like we'll have like debates, but we always come to good agreements. So through those talks, he kind of like told me that I wasn't his type. Like we got together, I wasn't his type. And but he is like he is attracted to me. He said, because I was like, "Well, you're attracted to me," like, and he's like, "Of course." Like I'm like, "Then why did you go with me if I'm not your type?" And what the Kevin Samuel was all about, like being like fit, being friendly, and all that stuff. I don't know. I have like everything down except like the fit and in shape. So that's
So she got everything down except she threw that except one of the most important. But here we go. We talk about conditions. Apparently, he had conditions, but my question is this: should men and women should we put the conditions on the table up front? You know,
Yeah,
unfortunately, that's the bad part. The bad part is a lot of people are just coming into this knowledge. So it's unfortunate for women mostly because men are being awakened. I think women always had these conditions, but men
There
have
you
always.
go.
Or are you letting the Instagram life get to your head like the girls who got all the BBLs did? It's like, two, you got to recognize if you really are okay and love this woman, don't, like I say all the time with these girls who, her man making 300,000. Now you want your man to try to do all of this and you've been with him for 5, 10 years, ma'am, hush. Go talk to a therapist or a CPA and maybe they can
So is
talk.
this guy out of pocket? You said is he out of pocket? What's going
No,
on?
no, he ain't out of pocket at all. He's not out of pocket at all. But I also think that you also can't sign up for something and, like you said, not put the conditions on the table. Like you can't be with a big girl and then she stay big and you start getting more money. He can ask her to shrink, but if she don't do it, she gonna get left. Period. Point blank. If I were her, I would be on a treadmill drinking some water and a smoothie and
There
getting
you
that water
go.
weight up off of me.
You see
But
that? There you go. Just some self-awareness. You see, but that it ain't coming. You see that sister? And she at no point is a sister like that been married for 10, 15 years. Let's assume. And and now her man getting on his straight and narrow. He like, I'm about to go out here and conquer a dragon. And in the meantime, I'm getting myself right. You go ahead and get yourself right too. She
yeah,
wasn't gonna do that without that push. If he could have went out there and grew 2 inches tall, gained, Mr. Six Figures, all that. And if he don't say nothing, she just gonna be sitting there still with her fingers on the chicken.
still big. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Pick Meek said this last week. That's why it's important to have it in the forefront. We as women, after we start having children, yes, the same weight I was when I met my husband is not the same weight I am now. But you have to know when you got to pull it together, when you need to pick up the water, pick up the smoothie. And once we get older, it's harder for us to lose weight as women.
Yeah, yes,
And
metabolism.
that's just scientifically proven. So, and after you start having more babies, the harder it gets.
Yes,
So
man.
you got to go even harder. Like Pick Meek and Lamb said, you got to put it at the beginning or at the very least catch yourself before you get blowed out.
I don't like the husband's approach because telling her she wasn't his type, I think I think that's wrong because we are emotional people. So telling me that basically feel like you ugly
If he
and
said that, if he said you're not my type, that was counterproductive to what he was trying to. I
yeah,
would
like
say,
that does
yeah,
not
don't.
help the
You ain't my
goal.
type, God.
Like that, he's gonna hold on to that
What if she
emotionally.
says, your penis really ain't the size I
Yeah,
normally go
that's
Like
for?
I'm
yeah.
saying
Well,
that, like
here's what I'll say. Two things is true. I think a broke man really don't have no type. A broke man
And that's
don't
what I
have
was
no
gonna say
type.
next. I was gonna say he
Ooh,
obviously
yep.
didn't qualify for the woman that he prefers, because if he did, a man of substance can get what he wants. Okay,
There you go.
like
He's
just
leveling up
anytime.
now. He climbing the ladder at this point, it seems. So
See that? I like that. A man with no resources, a broke ninja, he ain't got no preferences, he ain't got nothing, got no type. And I think that's why we get pushback to some of these brothers when they say all they prefer is the biggest of women. And typically those ninjas is broke.
I will second that. I'll second that.
I'm biased.
They said you got to pay your weight. That's what I was taught. My homegirls taught me early when I was a young girl, that you get too big, you have to pay your weight. So that's how they kept it real in the hood where I'm from. So I listen. You know,
and my thing is because a man really don't realize your true options unless you got them resources. So let's say you are getting women and you broke, but let's say you overnight get $10 million, your options are gonna open up and you never even knew. So I mean,
that's trouble. And that's why I tell these marriage-minded sisters to go ahead and lose that weight, because don't fall into that sick trap of today. Don't let your man go out here and gain some resources and he like, wow, I was never exposed to this kind of attention. I was never exposed to this world. Man. And now he dealing with, just for the sake of argument, sisters in the office walk around looking like Ashley Dalton, and he got to keep saying no to they little sly and direct advancements. And let's touch on this. Mr. Six Figures, he doing his thing now. He done captured some accounts, and Ashley walk around the office, and Ashley find out that his wife is big.
She's coming for you, big girl. It's over.
Relentless.
And let's put the shoe on the other foot. Let's be perfectly clear, man. You sit around here blowed out and your wife is in shape, and there's men, she working in the office. It go both ways. So it just much, that black pill is rough.
So there you go. You done sat around and you done married, you done caught you a 7, 8, 9, 10. And now she do real estate, huh? And she pushing houses because she got it going on. And now she making 6 figures and she in the office with him. And you at home stinking, wearing holy sweatpants. And
you can't sit there like, babe, but we got together in college when we was eating ramen noodles. Those was different conditions, ninja.
Mm-hmm. When if your lady got this kind of gig and she come in the house and she in the gym and she said, hey, babe, I really want you to come to LA Fitness with me. You might want to go. You might want to go. That's her telling you, somebody there and he owe me. I need you better come.
So here we go. I'm gonna let this sister land her plane. We're gonna keep the show moving. Hit the like button if you just coming in. See, we got some super chat. Shout out to Who's the Master. He says this Ashley chick is cute, but she looks like a different person every time I see her. Tell that chick not to leave her husband under no condition.
Under no condition.
Well, we're not worried about her leaving him. We're worried about him leaving her.
Yeah.
She's the one she wasn't complaining. She said her husband is amazing. She said what she said. And even if he did have some weight on him, which we don't know he could, it doesn't matter. Men, that's the double standard. Men get good double standards sometimes too. Like that, men can hold a little bit more weight on them than women can on them. So and we're just speaking in general, right? I know there are some guys who don't mind a little more weight or whatever, but in general, if it's and two, no telling how annoyed he is by her. She might be smashing shit all the time, all day around him.
What do you mean smashing? Just smashes.
He thinking to himself like, put it down.
Yeah, there you go. That part.
Shout out to Tony Bones. He says, loving with conditions is not true love.
Loving with conditions is not true love.
What's true love?
Yeah, I would like to hear more on that.
So you just gotta let your heart go, be free, like a Disney movie almost.
See here, listen. Here's the thing:
be vulnerable.
With
go ahead, Mr. Walker.
And this is why I say I'm more of like a Sigma male, because with my marriage, I believe in happily ever after, and I'm into that kind of stuff. But even with that being said, with boundaries over him, the love is real and fiery at the same time.
It is.
Yeah, don't F around with the F around.
that true love is an emotion that you evoke throughout your relationship. You go on the walks in the park, get you a little edible, talk your ish. Yes, you go on a nice dinner. Yes, you go fly around. Yes, you fall in love and be romantic like Marilyn Monroe in the 50s. You're supposed to be doing all that.
You say eat a little edible?
Possibly.
I know that's right, Kristen.
You might be on a vacation. You just and the woman flows in her femininity. Put on all your best outfits you got, girl, your heels, and love on your man. That's when you fall in love. But no. The logic is still there. It should be. Because if not, that's how we are building this society of toxic relationships. Because if you can't snap out of it to see that the baby hasn't ate in 3 days, I don't care how deep in love you are, it's not gonna work.
I'm trying to tell you.
What you got?
And then if that's the case, why y'all be so mad at the men who get out of jail that can get the women? Because they not loving with conditions. I'm gonna hold you down. That which is goofy. So that's a condition.
It's conditions.
Like, that's a condition for me.
It's conditions for prison babe. Oh, it's conditions for prison babe. If prison babe,
prison babe, he just don't mind if you got like kids and all that type of stuff. But there's still he just will do things that free men probably wouldn't do. But like Mr. Walker saying, that he has conditions.
I'm talking about the side of the women. Like they be mad at women who help hold down the Pookies and the Ray Rays, but that's a condition for me. I'm not holding down no man through no bid. I don't care. Like I don't care, So that's it. I don't care. What are you doing outside? Were you going to jail, husband? What was you out here doing? You have deceived me. I don't trust you.
Now I feel you on that.
So unless that's a condition for me, but for other women, it's not. So we judge them heavily when they be being pen pals. How can we do that?
If I knew about the crime, I'll hold you down. If I knew about the crime, I'll hold you down. If I was in the shenanigans, I'll be there with you. But if I didn't know nothing about the shenanigans, your ass is grass.
Fair. That's fair.
He says, I would like to know, did he invite her to the gym first before he made his comment about her losing weight? They could have worked out together.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. Hold on now. So what if he had options that no matter what she did, we're talking about this woman here, no matter how much she went to the gym, he got options presented to him.
So what? Be a man. Love your wife. You've been with her for 10 years. Suck it up. Go off. Go to the website.
Especially because he married her bigger. She wasn't fit in the beginning. So it's not like she got blew out. She came in that weight. And then you all of a sudden, a decade in, talking about, oh, by the way, I don't like big broads. That's crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
Yeah, y'all tripping.
You must pay for water, you son of a... You're making us pay for grapes, apples, things that God gave us for free.
Y'all wilding, right? Y'all out of pocket.
Here's the thing. If it's so, I don't understand the question, Gavin. I will say this. He said, I would like to know. Yeah, he should definitely invite her to the gym first. Like, y'all been together, put context. They've been together for 10, 12, 15 years. Yeah, don't be going up there talking about you ain't my type. Yeah, like, don't be cruel. You could be stern, stand on your square, but don't be cruel and then expect a loving relationship. Like that's all. Be smart. Don't do nothing that's counterproductive to what you're trying to.
And you're gonna get less puss too. I'm sorry to interrupt.
That part, yes.
It's because my feelings hurt. I wish a man would. Like, I ain't your type. What you been
if he's been with this woman for 10 years, he knows her better than anybody. He knows that she is lazy. He knows that she ain't going to the gym. He knows that the options presented to him are better. They growed it apart. Why can't a man? They growed it apart.
I don't know. Weight is something that's not a condition for me. I'm gonna be real. I'll just give my honest opinion. Weight is not a condition for me. Now, if it's affecting your
big
health,
for a man. Weight is big for a man.
You can't say that. That's come on.
It is, because let's be real. We all, men and women, we all have respect. We got our respectable sexual appetites. And a man don't get, let's be real, man don't get too much endorphin rushes out of life. We don't. We out here working, grinding. We serving our families. That physical intimacy is everything for most men, and it shows in the culture. And if the man can't get no fitness, no point in his, like, come on, is he gonna feel cheated? It's not a good look. It's counterproductive for everybody.
And I'll say this. I'll say if you enter in a relationship in 2024 and you ain't having these conversations up front, then you don't get no grace from this day forward. I'm not giving these men grace. But man, if you've been in a relationship for 20 years, all these years, and you just you just was unaware, men have to understand their own self sometimes. So that's all.
And we change. He has the right to change. Let's give him a little grace too, because after 10 years, baby, I am not the same person I was 10 years ago. Y'all saw how I clowned last week. Imagine me 10 years ago, baby. Okay. So we should all be growing and changing and learning and being more reserved and, having self-reflection, introspection, and things like that. Mm-hmm. So granted, this man seems pretty accomplished. He's not a regular schmegular. So she needs to take heed, at that point. And he probably is changing and she might be stagnant. So I don't have that point of view that you cannot leave me. You promised. I'm not doing all of that.
But that's you being a realist right now, Crystal, and you saying that, but these sisters, they ain't saying that because they blowed out and they like, and the reason why they like, you can't leave me, and why the sister asks Ashley Dalton for advice is because she like, I'm not about to lose no weight. I think
she wants to. She wants to. I've seen
she accept reality. Say, you know what, husband, you leveling up, you getting in shape. I'm gonna allow you. Go ahead. You got another woman. Just don't leave us.
Gavin, you would want her to say that.
Don't leave us. All right, it's cool. Don't leave the family. Like, seriously, come up with some new conditions.
Be like, she be like, look, wait, let's keep it like a buck. Here we go. She said, I'm not losing no weight. She said, I'm not, husband. Ain't happening. I just ordered a pizza just a minute ago.
But women won't ever do that.
I'm not. And she like, I'm not losing. I love that what you built for us. I get you. I respect your God-given nature as a man with a Y chromosome. I do, and I know what you like. So you know what? Since I'm gonna let you know, I'm not losing no weight. You ain't applying that kind of pressure to me, Ninja. However, I do like this lifestyle. I like all this stuff. I want you to stay. Just don't embarrass me. Don't bring me no diseases. Don't have no babies. And if I don't know what I don't know, then it's fine. But I'm going to voice that. I don't want you mad, husband, because I'm going to stay fluffy. The pizza at the door.
I think one thing, Mr. Walker, I feel like that women will lie and lie and lie and lie to themselves and say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'll drink a smoothie. And then they just lack discipline and the ability to be real with yourself and honest. And so I think a lot of the times we wish that they would just say, you know what, I've been smashing food for 45 years and I ain't gonna stop. But I don't see women doing that because I feel like we have gotten so far away from not being able to really work on ourselves the way that we should. The reality check isn't going to be there. Now, her best advice would be to follow Ashley Dawson. Women need repetitive reminders. So she needs to constantly follow her, get on a weight loss plan, or like going the route Mr. Gavin said, look, go and poke, just don't do it over here. And we can keep our family together. But I think that only lasts for so long. Once you get about 60, he gonna kick her to the curb. I've seen it. He's gonna eventually give in to that secretary.
Looking at your husband, tell him to go rub one off. Yeah, that's a.
I would never say that to my husband. I was speaking in general from his point.
Even for a man to have that, that thought process. You want a man to have that thought process.
They're doing it anyway. I'm not stupid. Like, come on.
No, man. But you told the man that has a attractive woman. I have an attractive woman hitting on me. I'm supposed to resist her because my wife blowed out.
No, I didn't say that.
Hold on. Turn all this down. Go home, rub one out. I'm just supposed to eat that.
I said, at least while she's trying to lose weight. While she's trying to lose weight, man, that weight ain't gonna fall off in 2 weeks. Okay, in between the time period of her going to the gym every day, maybe she doesn't see results for 2 months. Are you gonna go cheat, or are you gonna give the wife that you want for 10 years?
That right? Don't see results for 2 months.
Small results. Small results, maybe.
Y'all gonna mess around and make me make a point up here on this camera. Give me 2 months in the gym. I just went back to the gym today. It's been about a month, sore as heck. 2 months? Man, I'll be 2% body fat.
Absolutely. Men are different.
What you got,
Men could drink water and give up soda and do a push-up and look like they've been lifting weights for life. It's not the
women
same.
don't work
It
like
took me
that.
2 years to build my ideal body. 2 years of hard work and eating really well. Like, no, for women, it's not that easy. We're
It's
hormonal.
not.
We have
That's
our
true.
metabolism are different. We burn fat differently.
Slowly.
I store fat differently.
My
So,
question
you know.
should women, so with all that being said, should women be more careful about what they eating, about drinking alcohol,
Yes.
all this stuff?
Yes.
Their diet.
Yes.
I never told them to be free with that diet.
Neither. I never said that. I always said from day one, a
You need to
smoothie,
have
some water.
restrictions.
Actually, not so much smoothies. Not even
smoothies. Not even good. They high in sugar.
But we're talking unconditional love, and her husband says bullish. So
okay? And I want you to show up on all the calls. This is not only about losing weight, but you need community. You need women in your ear saying, you can do it, you got this. And sometimes when we have that for at least 30 days, we rewire our mindset. That'll help us give the confidence to feel better about who we are.
Definitely.
Yes.
Thank you so
You
much.
are enough. That's the first affirmation. I am enough. I am worthy. Those are the two I want you to put at the top of the list. Okay, Ebony? And I want you to send me a DM, send me an email, make sure I get the message on Instagram. Okay? And say, hey, it's Eb, and I will put you in, Miss Ebony. And please, chat, you're welcome so much. Please, chat, send some encouraging words to Miss Ebony. She needs all the love and support right now. Let's uplift Miss Ebony, okay? And let's remind her that she is worthy and that she is enough, all right? All right, beautiful. I look forward to your message.
I don't know.
love her.
I don't
She's
agree with that.
so-
See, Ashley, I get it. People, I don't have them words for people. I didn't grow up like that, so I don't even know how to do that. I can give you some, constructive criticism, but
there you go. And here's the thing. I grew up on tough love, and man, I love it. I really do, and I'm thankful for all of the foots that was put upside my John Brown hand parts by my coaches and stuff. Because
I think that you do need that to a point, to a certain extent, just like we were talking about.
Because I was hard-headed. I think you said to a certain extent, I was hard-headed.
And I'll say a woman like her don't need people telling her she's enough and she's
but
great.
women, what I'm getting at,
she
guys,
hard-headed.
well, no, because women in general are different from how we receive information than how men receive information. What men learn by straight to the point, like you said, maybe coaches yelling, go, go, go. Women learn by a love frequency. Like, for example, if your wife picking up a little weight, after I had my second daughter, I gained a couple pounds, but I was like, it's coming down. But my husband didn't have to tell me. But the point is, if he says, get up, come on, you need to get your fat ass out that bed and come on, walk. You said you was getting up. Or if he says, honey, I love you. Come on, baby. It's time to go walking. Sun is shining. Come on, I love you.
That's the only way. That's pretty much the only way. Is that pretty much the only way they're going to receive the message?
That's how they receive the message.
Only received if it's come with flowers and stuff.
Now, I like that. She's going to get up. Perhaps she will. Now, is she going to go out and really go bust her? But she'll get up. She'll get all cute, perhaps. Now we outside and the sun's shining. Now it's time to run this mile.
Now that's when you bring out the masculinity. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go.
Yeah. See, no good luck. Good luck.
You gotta balance it out. I'm just telling you what it is.
Hustle, get some hustle in your step. Keep up. Ain't no, come on, babe. Come on.
Oh,
my knee hurt. I didn't get no sleep.
No,
what do we say to the men who your wife come home and all of a sudden she want, you working at Amazon or something, you only making 50K, whatever the case. And now she wants a man making 200K. And you can't, a man ain't gonna fight that. They're gonna tell you, go ahead. More times than not, a man will let you go. While if a man is desiring more, why not just let it cut bait?
And I made that point. I made a guy, if a guy sitting like Gavin said he a regular smuggler brother, and his wife come home or whoever come home like, look, Joe outside in the S class say he gonna do this. He make 200K. You only making 70. What you gonna do? A man gonna be like, tell Joe to hey, go on with Joe. A smart man would, but a woman, she gonna be like, no, you ain't gonna leave me for this model that's gonna be your sugar mama.
That's why I told you it's stupid. The stupidest thing a woman can do is try to convince a man to stay if he doesn't want to stay. So I mean, it's one thing to work on problems that have been called out by your partner, but it's totally a different thing. I just think it's not smart because I think once a man walks out, he's already gone. Because I think men will linger longer than women will linger sometimes.
Tony Bone says Cap that a guy won't tell his lady to go ahead. I see, here we go, Tony Bones. Maybe if it's Cap, would you suggest a man? What is a man supposed to do? He making 70K. She say now she want a man making.
If she's been asking for a long time, he can't be surprised when she leaves. I just think nobody, male or female, can be surprised when somebody.
I say majority.
Said it multiple times.
It's definitely not all. I definitely hope Tony ain't being the all police. We're definitely talking about all men, but I would say probably majority, definitely probably 51% would be like, go ahead.
It's in his best interest. That I don't believe in doing anything that's counterproductive. If you hit with that ultimatum like that in that context, it's in your best interest to play it cool. Maybe if you play it cool, she might be like, okay, I see that you ain't too worried. But if you get all shook up and like, baby, please, it's over. You might as well catch yourself and hand it to her.
Or is the man not making the money and leveling up, kind of like with this girl? Because it's some women that are with men and then they start leveling up and they like, look,
and that's the point we making. That's the point we making. Yeah, where the sister who won't lose the weight, she ain't gonna say go ahead and do your thing. A man most likely be like, go ahead. I ain't meet your terms. See you.